Last night, my youngest daughter climbed to bed with us. She just wanted to snuggle for a while. She stayed there all night. I think it's the medicine that her mother and I needed. She tossed and turned a lot, as she always does. Somewhere in the night I woke up, my eyes still closed. I was hoping this was all unreal. I heard her mumbling in her sleep, but the words came out clear. She said, "Papa." I want all the grandkids to know that they can always close their eyes and Papa will be there. You'll hear his voice, you'll feel his touch, you'll hear him laugh. I am Steve Miller, Jim's son-in-law. All of us have found ourselves asking why and wishing we could steal just one more hug from Papa. But we have to realize how blessed we are to have spent the time that we did with this man. His life has left us with so many great memories and things to be thankful for. And I want to share with you my life experiences with Jim. Initially, he was just my girlfriend's father. That was 29 years ago. I started hanging around Harmon House when Chrissy was just 14 years old. That ranch in Berlin houses so many great memories. Many of you in attendance today, I first met there. Now I have 3 daughters of my own, so looking back at things, I bet there were so many days when Jim just wanted to grab that cattle prod and nail me with it. Thanks, that helps me. For several years, Chrissy and I dated. I was at the house morning, noon, and night. Jim probably asked Phyllis if I even had a home of my own. I became a regular at every family function that the Harmons or Whamans had. But it wasn't until Jim actually let me sit in the captain's seat and actually steered his boat across Lake Chautauqua that I knew I was in. Jim loved taking us on cruises across the lake over to Sandy Bottom. Somewhere along the way, Jim started treating me not as his daughter's boyfriend, but as his second son. He taught me too many things to remember. When I was courting Chrissy, I thought how special it was that Jim showed Phyllis public affection. But certainly what made Jim shine was his sense of humor. He was just a big grown-up child. He would sit around and play games with us as a family, and we would laugh so hard sometimes we would cry. Jim was even able to somehow break wind, cry, "Yeah, baby," and chuckles would be throughout the room. I don't think I'll ever reach that status. Jim was funny even when he was mad. I mean, it may not have been funny at the time, but we would look back at his overreactions or his explicit expressions that he would come up with during one of his rants, and it would all make us all laugh. Chris and I blessed Jim with his first grandchild. If I wasn't in before, I knew when I seen him that day that I was now in. Jim loved his 7 grandkids. He loved holding them, watching them play, and spoiling them with hugs. It was probably when Chrissy and I purchased our first house that Jim realized that I was better at destruction than construction. He told me, "You know, a Band-Aid, a piece of bubble gum, and duct tape can't fix everything." He did accept the fact that I was a little bit like MacGyver, but he quickly showed me the importance of a 1/16 of an inch. His precision making from years of tool and die surely made him a master of all trades. Jim was there day in and day out, as Chrissy and I totally redid our second home. His ability to finish a room with trim or crown molding was sure a specialty. If there was something MacGyver couldn't repair, I would just call on Papa. Last month, my wife and I were putting a new floor in our family room. She looked up at me and said, "Seriously, Jim, I think it's close enough." You see, Jim's precise measurements had now become a part of me. Pacing the new ranch in Berlin the other day, I stopped and looked at a decorative family tree that Phyllis has just inside her front door. At the top of this tree hangs one picture of Jim and one picture of Phyllis. Branched to the sides hang individual pictures of Jimmy and a photo of Chrissy. The tree continues to grow and spread out as a picture of myself and Jody was added. But the reason this tree has so much life is the branches that follow. Sydney, Riley, Kennedy, Avery, Quincy, Carly, and Kaylee. I wonder what kind of tree Jim would call this. I mean, he loved oak, but he also found beauty in ash, poplar, and maple. No, I thought to myself, I bet Jim would call this tree PJ's Lady.